Hello everyone to a new YouTube video here on my channel. Today we're gonna go with Mardu Sacrifice in Standard. I'm sorry I couldn't do a video recently because I had so much problem with Arena. Even today recording it I had a server hiccup, but it cost me a lot of rank. I tried to make videos, I really tried guys, but I play and then I just couldn't click anything anymore and then I lose and I lose and I lose. And I'm also working on a video of Ginky. For people who know him, he's a really good player, and we did like one game and then it just didn't work anymore, but at least we could do the deck tech. And yeah, so here we are with a new video. This is Mardu Sacrifice. It's not my list. There are multiple lists like this out there. I think 2 or 3 people tried it out, including Andre Strasky, one of my F2K members. And yeah, so I would say we go over it. What does this deck and why we're here talking about it right now. So the Rakdos list got a hit recently. It wasn't played that much anymore. It has a really hard time against the Yorion lists. It was okay while there were many rogues in the meta. Rogues came a bit back recently, so Rakdos could go up again, but then again the Yorion matchup is so bad. So what this list tries to do is it tries to get the benefits of Rakdos, which is taking away opponents' creatures and sacrificing them to your own benefit, which gives a lot of card advantage, while also maintaining the Goldspan Fury combo. So it's basically 2 decks in one, and it can be really explosive on one side, but you can also grind really well, because we play Showdown, we play the Village Rites, we take creatures. It's a good mix of both. I think the deck is not bad. I think it's positioned in the tier 2 list for sure. Maybe it can be better. Maybe I need to practice more of the deck. I played only 3 games, and again, client is not too happy sometimes. But yeah, let's go with the deck. So, as we said, this is the Rakdos list. So we have Claim the Firstborn and the Akroan War. 1 mana, gain control of target creature of current mana cost 3 or less. Until the end of turn, it gets haste. So here we can take over cards, and we have Akroan War. 4 mana, first step, gain control of target creature for as long as the Akroan War remains on the battlefield. Second, until your next turn, creature opponent control attack, each combative able. That's one of the things. And each tapped creature deals damage to itself equal to its power. With those ways, we take over the creatures, and we have some sacrifice outlets. We have Village Rites. 1 black is an additional cost to cast a spell, sacrifice a creature. Draw 2 cards, really strong. We have Woe Strider, 3 mana, 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, we create a goat, 0/1 token, and we can sacrifice a creature and scry 1. We also have Escape on this card, so this is naturally good against rogues. Escape 5. Also, we have technically Kazuul's Fury, which is a 3 mana, as an additional cost to cast as well. Sacrifice a creature, and we do damage equals to the creature's power to a target we choose. So this is another way to get rid of the creature while sacrificing and doing damage. Obviously, Kazuul's Fury and Unleash Fury, which is a 2 mana spell, double the power of target creature until end of turn, still go really well. The Goldspan Dragon combo, 5 mana for 4, flying haste. Whenever we attack, we get a treasure token. When it becomes the target of a spell, we get a treasure token, and we can sacrifice the artifact and add 2 mana. So this is basically what it is. We try to play this, pump, sacrifice, win. This is 1 win condition. Obviously this is a bit more grindy, because we have the Rakdos interaction instead of the Naya interaction with the adventure. Both goes really well. We also play an Immersturm Predator, 4 mana, 3/3 flying. When it becomes tapped, we can exile the card from a graveyard, and the Immersturm Predator gets +1/+1. Also, we can sacrifice another creature with this Predator here, and the Predator becomes indestructible. So yeah, we have multiple ways to sacrifice it. We also have Sejiri Shelter, 2 mana. Target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until the end of turn. This is important to protect the combo here. It's also nice in other ways, but other than that, it's just a white land. The one of Season Hollowblade was a bit interesting to me. It's nice on curve, but other than that, it feels not. I think the Lawstruck Beasts just give this a hard time, but it's still nice to have here 2 mana, 3/1, which is fine, and we can give it indestructible, which is also fine, but most of the sweeper are exile effects. We also play 3 Skyclave Shade main. Really interesting. So 2 mana, 3/1. That's good. It has kickoff for 3, so it can be a 5/3. And it can't block, but whenever we play a land, we can replay Skyclave Shade from the graveyard, which is probably the best part about this. It works great against rogues as well, because if we mill it, we can still play cards from our graveyard. So yeah, Shade definitely really nice here. We also have the one of Redain here, This is good for sweeper protection, 3 mana, 2/3, vigilance and flying. Slow lands your opponent control and battle tap. This can also be beneficial sometimes, but yeah, non-creature spells your opponent casts with mana cost 4 or greater, cost 2 more to cast. So this delays most of the cards we do not like Extinction Event, Verdict, and so on. Also, obviously, the big cards. Yeah, so we have this one. And we have 4 Bonecrusher Giant. This card is just so strong, why you basically cannot not play it. Not sure if that's correct. 3 mana for 3, super body when it becomes the target of a spell. The control of that spell takes 2 damage, and we can pay 2 and storm the target and to do damage. Since we play white here, we also have access to Showdown of the Skalds. It's a 3-off here for mana. We exile the top 4 cards of our deck. Until the end of next turn, we can play those cards, and step 2 and 3 is whenever we play a spell, we can put that +1/+1 counter on target creature we control. So this is the main deck here. Yeah, as I said, it's the mix between the Nihilist and the Rakdos list, and it feels kind of cool to play, but let's have a look at the sideboard. We play 1 Duress, attack the hand, 2 Hard Attack if we need to have cards to destroy opponent's creatures. Cinderclasm, interesting card, can be good against the go white strategies to do damage to everything, which is really powerful because it hits the Clarion and it hits all the 1/2, 1/1 creatures. So Cinderclasm really nice there. Crocs are also in the control matchups, and Rogues can be really nice. Redain here again against the control matchups. Elspeth's Nightmare also against the control matchups plus Cycling. Also it's decent against Rogues. Necromantia is the card you want against decks that have only like 1 or 2 win cons, like Demi Control with Sharks or Sultai with Ultimatum. Oni, Broken Bro, also good against the control decks. It has haste, 3 mana, 3/3 haste is fine, and you can mimic a power of another creature you have, so really powerful sometimes. Kawak is again a card we only want against the go white strategies, super powerful there. All creatures get -1/-1 except Kawak. Akroan War again if against the body creature type decks where we just steal their stuff. Mono white's really good. Those type of decks. And another Goldspawn Dragon if we have to highly go on the combo. Usually against control we take out the Akroan War, so the Firstborn. Akroan War has to stay in if potentially they play Elder Gargroth, but definitely want to take out some of those cards and put in the more control-ish cards. So I would take out those, I would take out some Woe Striders and add the important cards in the situation. But yeah, this is the deck. I had a bit trouble recording the videos again, I had still problems. I hope later when I stream it's not that problematic anymore. And other than that, I wish you fun with the games, and yeah, see you next time. Bye bye. Let's keep. It's a bad hand against Yorion though. That's like the hand we want against every creature deck. Let me face Yorion. It's so sad. That's one of the matchups we try to dodge. It is what it is. It is what it is. They crack it instantly. That's super impressive. I mean, they could have the counter for 1, but I have to go for it. Obviously, on the draw. Classic YouTube. I create a video. Play against the worst deck on the draw. It's normal behavior. Just counter it. You have to counter this, yes. Or you just don't have another counter, but it's gonna be harder to counter from here on. Yes. Don't DC on me here. Don't DC on me here. Let's open my chat and see if they're actually there. It's a good old classic. Channel. Chat.
I still need to play my Alex.
Sorry. Oh no. Please stop this. Oh no, not again. I'm already 93% game. Please. Please, I'm already 93%. Just don't do this. That's all I'm asking. Just no. No. I don't agree. I mean, they are maybe tempted to play Yorion at one point. Binding. I'd rather draw 2 cards here. Oh well. It's better next turn, I guess. But I think I have to do it. I have no other option. Yeah, at least I can pump this. Well, Sulta Ultimatum is a really good card, so we have to be careful there. Against this deck you want to combo off in one game. But it's not going to be easy. Okay. I believe this is better. If they holosack this one, I don't mind. Vorinclex I will just take. So I have 6 mana next turn, which gives me Akroan War plus something. It's not looking good here if they have the ultimatum, not gonna lie. Oh, Showdown will stay if they use Vorinclex. I just feel they have the ultimatum here. Otherwise they would have probably taken Yorion on hand. Verdict. Okay. Doesn't matter. But I would like to draw 2 cards. It's a bit sad, but we should do it. I think the best way for me is just to keep dropping monsters. Could have a removal spell. They also have if they have untapped lands. Sure. If they have untapped land, they can also go Yorion, which is okay for me, I guess. Since I can take Yorion for myself at that point. Obviously they draw cards, but I can push damage, which is important. Now they go for the ultimatum. That's interesting. Okay. Kiara Best the Sea God is the worst. Obviously. It's interesting. I have to do this. In this position, I have to do this. I mean, I can take this one. And let's trample. I will take damage though. They could Yorion here. If they have a second ultimatum, I mean, GG. You have 2 ultimatums in your top 20, it's always GG. Okay. But they probably find enough. Their Yorion is going to be huge. Maybe I can do something. I mean, I have multiple draws that are actually really good. Binding is a bit annoying. So in case they have binding, I need to keep mana open. Yeah. Some of the lists... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's actually it. I mean, if they don't have a counter. Well, it's not it yet, though. Impressive. Impressive. So they had the counter. I mean, that they needed that one card and they had it. It's not cool. So they had the close to the nuts, huh? Yeah, they got it. I mean, if you have that, that's like the hand. You have a binding to anything you need. You have the ultimate board wipe. You have the ultimatum. It's, I don't know what to do here. That's literally the worst case, right? But that happens. That's fine. That is fine. So Claim the Firstborn is absolutely useless in this matchup. Haste is fine. Crocta is also not bad. This one at least pushed. This one pushed damage, but this one pushed way more damage. I think it's combo with some pressure early on. This one is fine because it dodges most of their stuff. Not a fan of the Woe Strider. Showdown is fine, but it's maybe a bit too slow, but it can set up a combo. I don't like the Akroan War. You can see it as a one-off though. The Akroan War only is good against Yorion. Maybe they have Elder Gargroth, so maybe I should keep 2 more in. Yeah, I think I should keep the Akroan Wars in just because of Elder Gargroth. That's reasonable. But there's so many Sultai lists right now that it's quite hard to say which one they play. So, yeah, this is what we try. But yeah, the Raidane is really good in this matchup. The Necromancer is pretty good. I mean, we can pressure with this. This hand pressures with the Giants, so that's fine. Refill with Showdown. As long as we can put some pressure on, it's okay. I wish I had a little bit of a different hand, but it's not bad. But 3 mana for this price is good to me. We're gonna shoot here. Ah, they could have Walkie. Mistake, sorry. Oh god. But I also was a bit scared of their counter. It's a hard one. But I think you never shoot here. You have to wait for Walkie here. Oh, it's been a while since I played, huh? I got lucky. If they have a removal, they take damage, so it's fine. Okay. I think you always have to Showdown next turn. If they play the Binding, we still get something from it. That's a good card. Getting rid of their stuff is good here. Just saying Ultimatum helps a lot. If they drop Big Gargroth here, it's probably the worst. They probably counter it, so it's fine. Good. Okay, actually, don't know the name. It's a decent hand. But their one-click win is gone. Which is good. They can Omen into the Yorion here. If I play Dragon, I lose Dragon, but that's still fine, I think. Can also Walkie, but I have so much removal. It's kind of awkward to play Walkie here. I think it's just a Yorion, right? Cultivate. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, the Seagate Restoration is still really strong. I mean, that's whatever. Okay. Well, that should be it, right? They go on one. Oh my god. I don't know what's going on today. I failed this one. Why didn't I full control here like a smart dude? This is really painful. If I would have been good. Now they're on one for no reason. You have the full control here between the... I'm not too sure. Wait, I target this. No, I cannot full control. Never mind. I mean, I think I forced them to play a board wipe here, right? But they're on one. This is painful. I could draw all the dragons here, there. Oh, yikes. I mean, it has to be Extinction Event. Or Yorion, I guess, but too risky. So Immersturm Predator dodges the Extinction Event. Now, if they play it. Don't you want to go even? So they can play Walkie here, which makes sense. Yeah, I think that's the correct line. If I draw a Dragon, I win. If I draw a Bonecrusher, I win. Yeah, they're cards. Oh my god, this is... I'm so sorry. I actually just top decked the Bonecrusher here. Oh, this is nasty. This is... I don't like to win like this. I need to recheck the video how I did it, and I should have checked what they actually play. Should have checked the library more. I think it's important to have a second one. I need cards to pressure early, which is what it is. I think I need to... I mean, shit, it's so hard. The way I win is usually in a one turn against them. They tap out, I win, but... Necromancer should definitely help me big time here. And yeah, Showdown setting up the Drake was also really important. But I'm not playing well. Not playing well here. It's a bit sad. It's one of those hands. It's one of those hands. kind of happy that there was no will follow heaven. Will follow heaven, I think is the name. You know what I mean. Cultivate. Okay, they start the stuff. This is how the deck works. How the deck works. I would like to go Potato next turn. Binding, okay. Now Potato's weaker. Okay. I think it's correct to play creature here. Showdown could help me, but I would like to play a land off the Showdown. I know they missed the land. It looks like an epiphany for next turn. So I could see them doing the Yorion here. Okay. So how do I get out of the Sultai Ultimatum? Okay. Keeping this one here makes sense. That's fine. Could give it protection for attack. But it's not winning me the game. I think the only way to win is the dragon. Okay. So we have the dragon next turn. But we don't have the fury. So their ultimatum is huge, I guess. Okay, extra turn, sure. If I dodge ultimatum, I have a chance. If not, it's gonna be almost impossible. Because that card is absolutely busted. I think they should ban this card. Not because it's the best meta deck. It's probably one of the better ones. I just don't agree to non-games, if you guys know what I mean. I think non-games are the worst. The Magic has to offer. This is one of them. And yeah. This is a non-game. I need to have the duress. That would have been nice one turn earlier, just want to say it. I will give this up. I'm sorry, it's just not fun, so... Hey, GG to your opponent. So this is the third game, and we have to mulligan again. This is probably the worst hand ever, but I don't feel like mulligan for the 20th time, so I decide to not mulligan here, I think, because I'm really at the point where I honestly don't want to mulligan anymore, because if we do 3 games here for a video, which I usually do, right? And especially after I lost all the ranking due to the arena bugs we had recently, and I have to face this. It's definitely going to tilt me a little bit, but I try to stay calm as possible. And the hardest part actually is that I can not show you guys what the deck is capable of. Like I wanna showcase this deck, right, for you guys, so you can see what this deck can actually do, because it's not a bad deck, but right now it's not the way it should be, right? It's not working as intended here. We play against rogues, I guess. Could also be control. Could be both. It's control. So whatever we play gets countered. Clock, that's important. So I'm forced to play the card here, which I'm not happy. because they could just now have removal. Because this deck is the anti everything, and yeah, it is what it is. Opponent just copy pasted Crow's list here, like the net decker they are. Okay, Extinction Event, sure. Yeah, look the pro. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be one of those games where we can do nothing, because this card is useless, and this card's with nothing is even worse. So I could actually just go to the next game. That's how sad it is. But hey, that's magic. I'm sorry guys, I really wanted to do this video for you. But you hear me rant. That's like... How can we... This is all the cards I will board out. Okay, we can just go to the next game here. There's no reason to play this. Absolutely no reason to play. This is good, this is good, this is good. This is fine. This is fine, this is fine. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, so those are the cards. Everything that hits is good. Everything that can hit is important. Look. I mean, reaction this can be okay. Woe Strider is probably the weaker card now. Woe Strider has to be the weakest card because it's our main sacrifice outlet, and I cannot do anything with our cards which is boarded out. 3 mana, 3/2 is still a good value, but yeah. Keep. Hey, we did a mulligan. Holy sh! I can't believe this. We actually did a mulligan. Kinda proud of myself here. Kinda proud of myself. I actually have the main Bonecrusher here face. They don't play Volcano on the list. So. I want this to soak a removal spell here because Redain should survive. Okay. So I think I get the counter out. This stops an Extinction Event, so I have to counter this. I think getting the counter out is good. Yep. If they keep attacking and pushing damage, sure. It's so important to be on the play here, that's for sure. Necromancer getting the Shock Typhoon usually wins the game as well. It's a good card against them. I have the feeling they may have... I mean, they can counter this, but... It's 2 cards. Okay. Still have the Bonecrusher. Sure, Multiverse is fine. The deck runs Erebus Intervention as well. So, they were checking my graveyard. Still try to push in with this Bonecrusher as good as I can. I know they get rid of a Shock Typhoon, so that's -1 creature. They do run Other cards have to be more careful though. Yeah. We have to keep attacking first here. Okay, that's a trade. I have to find sorry. I have to find lands. It's not time for the dragon next turn anyways, it's probably just double spelling. If they try to remove my Skyclave with okay, I just think this is Extinction Event here. Okay, how do we do this the best way? I think it's this. Because having a shade in the graveyard I think is really important. So they need exactly one card to pop off here. Which is Essence Gather. Well, Disdainful Stroke is obviously also a viable card. I still think it's better to keep a Bonecrusher up. This is what I mean. Because now they cannot remove it and they took the 2 damage. Okay. So we have 5 damage on board here. It's fine. So, they have a removal spell, right? What is the best way to do it here? I think it's attack and then... Okay. It's definitely attack and react to the removal spell. Okay. And 2. I mean, this is the way you have to play against the control deck. Get this worked out. It's so helpful to be on the play in this matchup. It's ridiculous helpful. Now we have to do the same again. Now we have to try to do the same again. So, game 1, this deck should be really well positioned against creature decks. I think the hardest deck is still the Sultai Ultimatum, because if you don't run blue, right, you have Redain and those type of cards to try to stop it somehow, but it's still psychological. It's so hard to play against the list because it makes you feel bad. Like, even if they don't have it, you always consider it. It's like the Ember Cleave, if you guys remember that one. It's a good hand, but I cannot keep it with a 1-lander. I mean, I can play this hand, it's not good though. It's not a good hand. That's a decent draw. I think it's good to have the Shade here on turn 2. As he comes back and back and back. Until they play Extinction Event, obviously, but... So I assume they have a counter. What is the better play here? Play a creature. I believe it's probably Bonecrusher up and Sacrifice. Because this shade is doing work. Okay. I think this was correct. I think now we just try to deploy the Bonecrusher here. They play Chivari, so I have to be careful. It's also a possible line here. I think we go for it. Behold. Shark Typhoon for 2. That's good for us here. So it definitely was correct to play like this in case they had the Shark Typhoon. Still, now we have the Shade on our side, which is really important, I think. They could consider going Extinction, but they tap out the moment they do that. That's perfect. Because that's when we get our value out. That's when we want to play the value here. It's a good card. It's a good card, but we definitely want to go for this. Okay. Do we run into a second Extinction? That's the question, right? There's a possibility. But they need to hit the land as well. Okay. Gravelore is really good here. Like, at least it's only Scry 2. That helps. One top. Not happy about the top there. I wish I had a Shade here, so we can dodge the Extinction event. I mean, we still have we're still in an okay position. It's not like we lose or something. Okay, here I want to push damage. Okay, so they don't have. They only have a counter possible, right? Okay. Not too happy about this. I think we have to go with this one. Just for the Extinction event here. Because if I play Redain, they can still play, they tap out, but I will have nothing on board, which is not good. So now we have even an odd. That's at least something, right? And they have to tap 4 mana. They have 1 black only, it's also important to see here. Still 1 black only. Okay. I mean, yeah, that's what it is. good draw. There could be a counter, but they have to run it. I think you have to run it here. Behold, that's fine for me. This is also odd, which helps a lot. So here I think it's correct to play this because they have to tap out. Or close to tap out. This is a really expensive one. If they use it, they use 6, so they have 1 blue left. And my Shade will win the game at this point. So playing Redania should be the winning play. I don't think there's an out for opponent at this spot. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, they could have a black here and a removal. Ah, shit. I mean, I think it was still correct to play here. Like, always correct. They should remove here because I could have Shelter, right? No removal spell. Does they gain life? Oof, that's a painful one. Yeah, that's not cool. I cannot play Croxa now. That's not so cool. This dodges the... It's a good card. This dodges some stuff. I mean, they can play the Cling here again, get life. Have to consider that as well. That Cling is a good draw here. They own 2. They own 2 life. We can do this, right? This has to be even, right? Odd. They don't care about my Shade. They don't care about my Shade here. I mean, I have to attack you first. I need to play the Showdown here for free. I mean, I really have to. Like, this is where they cling again, right? They need the life. They could also just trade with the Barons, but then I would just replay it. Now we play the Showdown. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, if they have another extinction event here, they have it, right? They already played 2. At least they can sacrifice the Shade here, and then have a dragon, and they would lose. So this is a spot where I think they cannot win anymore. Like, they need the perfect sequence of cards here. Like, let's say they go extinction event, I sacrifice the Shade, lose Predator. Yeah. Oh, hard game, but we won a game here. And yeah, hopefully you liked the game. Well, the games were mixed results. I was a bit tilted today because it's been like 2 or 3 days since I played the deck again, played Match again because of the arena problems. Obviously I played the sealed, didn't have a good pool, but tried my best. But yeah, nonetheless, I think the deck is fine. I think it's tier 2. I cannot put this in tier 1. I think the Rakdos version is still the same problem. It's good in a meta where you have a lot of creature decks where you can actually use Claim and Akroan War efficiently. Besides that, the Goldspan Dragon combo is still really good against control as well. You have some decent cards in the sideboard. If you really face a lot of Soul Tower Ultimatum, feel free to add the Necromantia up and the Resist there if you feel that's the way to go. But yeah, nonetheless, hopefully you like the deck, and yeah, sorry again, I was a little bit tilted, but I still had fun as usual. And yeah, feel free to like, subscribe and comment to the video, and see you tomorrow. Have some great decks planned for this week and some nice collaborations as well. So yeah, see you guys there. Have a good time.